Oof, so bright. Morning. Hope you guys are doing all right. Set to hit 34 degrees Celsius. That's like about 100 for all my US peoples. And yes, still wearing the latex. Safety first though. Have a bit of cotton underneath just to wick away any of the sweat and everything. But yeah, homegrown. What homegrown are we talking about? Well, there's been a lot of things lately where some of the previously Australian-owned businesses are being taken over by international buyers. Granted, these are public companies, so they can be bought up. However, there are also companies that are still Aussie-owned, and doing research into that, people buy Australian-owned, Australian-made. It is more expensive in general, but it's still keeping the money in Australia as well. Now, also with homegrown is this morning I was thinking about last night. I actually had food where I had some stuff that I had grown in my garden. That triffid plant, I've been putting some pictures up of my triffid. It's actually a spinach. It's Amaranth. It's a little Chinese spinach or Amaranth. It's my little triffid. I was thinking it would go well stir-fried with some garlic and oil. Be very nice. But I also had some cucumbers in there that I had grown from my garden. I didn't get everything from my garden, granted, because it's still being established and seasons, and it was looking a little bit sad because we've had quite a few days of really strong dry winds, and that sort of really stripped a lot of the moisture out of the plants. Hi, Jim. So even if it's just like a small little plant, you can get these really cool aquaponic fish tanks where you can put like little herbs and stuff on top if you're living in an apartment. And tomatoes, they grow everywhere. Same with like things like basil and herbs and all that. And at least you get some satisfaction out of saying, look, hey, I grew that. I'm eating stuff that I grew. And it's a little bit of green in your life. And with regards to other stuff, those are beeping. Yeah, homegrown. I mean, there's plenty of things that, have you looked lately about what things that you have in and around your area that's homegrown, even locally grown, and use that. Thank God the beeping stopped. Might start up again. But yeah, local grown, your local farmers and all that. In Australia, there's quite a few farmers that sell to the big companies. And what happens is that they lock them into contracts that they can't sell any of the produce that's deemed not market worthy for those big supermarkets, which is a real shame. They can't sell them to things like to other not as big markets. They are allowed to sell them out of their like country plots, like you have produce just out on the side of the road and you put money in, you grab food and stuff like that. I think they're allowed to do that. But it's a real rort. The shopping's big, huge grocery stores and all that, saying that they can't sell any of their produce, even if it's ugly, to anybody else. That's horrible. So take a trip out, visit some locals, even if you want to start growing some things yourself, and even if it's just the one thing. You might have someone else who grows something else and you can do swapsies and stuff. That'd be awesome. And get communities to talk about things that you like growing and don't like growing and all that. But homegrown. Have you grown anything lately? Have you eaten anything you've grown lately, or had anything that you've made lately? Like I also do mead and rice beer, and that it's a bit of a stretch me actually growing rice and making all that stuff I need myself. But yeah. Anywho, can you go out and are you interested in growing some of your own stuff, even if it's just a whole lot of herbs? Microgreens, you don't need a lot of room for those. You can do aquaponics, just have a little cupboard space or a wall space, vertical gardening, Just have that. You can even do it in a flat on your balcony. So that's pretty awesome. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. It's, what is it? Wednesday, hump day. Okay, catch you guys. Bye.